Let me tell you a little story about looking for a job. Over the past few years, I have been led to believe that all of your efforts in life are fucking random. Absolutely random. And here's why. So, I think I've said on this stream a few times before that I've been jobless and I'm looking for a job. So, I have applied to one. I have just applied to one place. The first round of the interviews, I went there. They already knew me because I tried to apply to the same job, or the same place at least, not the same position, but the same place. I tried to apply to it a year ago. They didn't take me. I took it super bad because I consider myself very good at interviews. I generally am very confident. I exude a lot of good personality. I always smile. I have good body language. I've learned a lot about how to impress people in a short time, which is strange because I stream for nobody. But that's a topic for another day. However, I went to this place. They gave me a test, and while I didn't ace it because I have reviewed it in my head and I made mistakes. I have definitely made mistakes, but I guess I've been good enough that they decided to take me for a second round of interviews. I was like, good, all right. And I don't tend to like get stressed in these situations because my mantra approaching pretty much anything in life is I hope for the best, but I automatically expect the worst, right? So that when I get gut punched, I don't get like I don't flinch. I don't get surprised by it. It usually works. And I read the email the PR person sent me, and the PR person sent me the email stating that I will be it not only implied, it pretty much confirmed that I will be talking to a lady that is the boss of the project I would be going for. And I'm like, good. This is perfect because I usually just to stroke my massive ego, I ace interviews with women. I really do. I am legitimately good at those. So I'm like, that is good, right? And I did something that you should never in a million years, absolutely never do. And that is, I visualized it. I already like confirmed in my brain that I will be talking mano y womano, let's say. So, I go there the day of, I had good night's sleep, I was not stressed. I arrived to that place, and the door gets opened by a guy who's like 7 feet fucking tall. He shakes my hand, and I'm like, alright, good. I guess he's just opening the door for me. This is fine. I shake his hand, firm handshakes all around, good posture. I fucking go in, and there's 3 people. There's the woman, the guy that opened the door, and another guy who looks like he hates me the moment he saw me. And for some reason, the fact that I was absolutely, like, I've internalized the fact that I'm gonna speak only to a woman, this fucking destroyed me. I was done, bro. That was like round 1 knockout. First punch, and I shat the fucking floor. You could wheel me out. You could absolutely wheel me out. In that very moment, I was toast. So, I go into the room, and I shit you not, I don't even take my jacket off. I don't. Like, this is a little tip. If you go anywhere, if you ever want to make any sort of fucking good impression, take your goddamn jacket off. Don't look like somebody who's about to leave every second of the fucking interview. Okay, that's not kosher at all. So, I don't take my jacket off. It's like, the heating is on, dude. I am stewing. I'm fucking stewing at that point. And so I sit down, or I shake everybody's hand. I try to have a bass in my voice, right? This is, hi, Ginger, welcome, yes, hi. I sit down, don't take my jacket off. And they ask me a question that I knew was gonna come. I knew it, and I was prepared for it. But my brain was so fucking stun-locked that when they asked me what do I think the position that I am applying for entails, I say, I'm like, oh, well, it's like, it's setting up software at like the client's place. And the guy's like, the one that's like, he looks like super unimpressed at that point. And I don't fucking blame him whatsoever. But I look at his direction and he's like, well, there's usually a step before that, before you can like apply the software to the client, where you can install it. And I'm like, making the software, and I can hear the gun in my the gun in my pocket. Just I can hear it slowly click and aim at my brain, right? So that was great. So the lady was like, I finally I'm like, I don't know, I just don't know, man, I just don't know. And she's like, you're not even gonna try? And she was very nice, but you can see the smiles, like the polite smiles of the people continuously go to like, dude, this is bad, right? So yeah, good stuff, really good stuff. And they start talking. We eventually got through the point where I was like, look, just tell me, it's fine. And she said it. I slapped myself because it was obvious. Somebody has to, like, I guess, train them in using the software. I should have known that. I knew that, in fact. I should have said it. But I overthink in these situations. But anyway, they start talking. They asked me about my, like, job experience. Where it says that I have led a team of people, which nobody could believe at that point. But anyway, we speak. They ask me like what money I like expect to get. I'm like, I don't fucking care, dude. This is literally my entry level job. I'm just trying to learn here. I'm just trying to learn. They ask me about my previous experience. I'm slowly loosening up. I'm getting like, yeah, well, I stopped doing my job because I felt like I was stagnating, not just like financially, but as a person. I feel like I'd just kill myself if I do that for 40 or more years, just the same shit over and over and over. They're like, well, if we take you, you're not gonna get bored, right? You're not gonna get bored, that's for sure. But this is gonna be fucking hard. This is gonna be really hard. You gotta expect that this job is not easy, and nobody's gonna tell you their job is easy, right? And I expect it to be hard. But so I say, like, look, nothing I've ever learned was easy. I'm a slow learner, right? I'll tell you right away. I'm a very slow learner, but I try. I always try. I put in my effort, right? They ask me, do you want to know anything else? And I'm like, I don't know what happened, but like the final spark of confidence mustered in me, and I'm like, well, when you before you pick me as your employee, what else can I learn, right? And they like have a smirk, like, you fucking, you are something else, kid. Like, they tell me, look, most of our stuff is in-house. There's not much you can learn. Maybe continue like practicing SQL and all that. Anyway, I got the job. I got the fucking job. So, life is random. Life is absolutely random. Once again, I pick a job, and I get it. I have no experience. I guess the moral of this story is, reach. If you like it, try. The worst thing, you fail. And you don't get picked. Just get up and try again. That's the moral of this story. Don't think, if a job requirement says you're not experienced, or you don't have the particular school, anything, just try. I implore you, just try. There is a shot that you can get it. I am the perfect example of that shit. Now, I'm not saying that the road ahead is easy, because it's not. But I think it's something to try.